Hello everyone, Outdoors and Botanical here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to take Venus flytrap leaf cuttings. So, Venus flytraps are easy to grow. It's the misconception that they aren't. They need proper conditions, and if you give them the correct conditions, they will grow and thrive very well. Leaf cuttings have a very low success rate, however, they do still work. When you take them, you want to find a nice healthy leaf and you want to peel it off so it has the white little nub at the bottom where it was attached. So if you can see, it was attached right there, and you don't want it to be dead at all. If you take leaves like this because they don't look good and you don't want to hurt your plant, so you take these kind of leaves, you won't have much success rate, but they could still work as long as they're not completely dead. If you take a leaf like this, that could also still work, but I'm not going to bother. I have enough leaf cuttings right now. So yeah. Anyways, let's get started here. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to put there's just over a centimeter of perlite in here. So I'm going to put the perlite, and then I'm going to put a peat perlite mixture in. I'm going to put just over an inch of that. And pack it down. Press about as hard as you would press on your eye. And put some more of that. Take out any big chunks. You don't need perlite. It's just something I do so you don't have to transplant it right away after they start to grow, because they will rot if they're sitting in pure water, and you're going to have to flood this a little bit. I find that helps them root. So I'm just going to leave it like that. That should be plenty of height, the only height they need. So now what I do is I get just plain peat moss, and I put a thin layer of that, so I make sure it's crushed up nice and fine. There aren't huge chunks in there. And then I spread that on top. I put a little bit of that. That kind of stops the perlite from floating. It also helps the first roots to be able to dig down easier without perlite stopping them. So I'm just gonna put a little bit more there. So now, if you can see the layers, perlite, peat and perlite, and a little bit of peat on top. So that's how you want it to look. Then you're going to put some distilled water in there and put the leaf cuttings in. So I'll be back when I put the distilled water in. Alright, so I added the water. As you can see, it's soupy. When you press down it, there's some water that shows up. Some of the perlite floated up. That happens when you water it from the top. There's not too much you can do about that. But you can see it kind of like, it's kind of soupy. So that's kind of what you want. And you need high humidity. So I have a lid here with the date and the Venus flytrap type on it. I'm going to drill some holes in it because I have a greenhouse. So they need to, like, airflow is good for them. But if you don't have a greenhouse, you don't really want holes in it. And also, when you're putting the water in, use a cap or something so you don't stir up the stuff too much. So anyways, now that we're all done that, it's time to plant them. So the way I have done in the past is I just lay them on top. And I kind of just push them down a bit. Sorry about that. So anyways, I just usually lay them on top and push them down a little bit so they have contact with the peat. And I think you can cut the traps off. A lot of people say they grow faster if you do, but I'm going to leave them on, and when they sprout, cut them off, because I don't know if it helps them produce it. I'm not sure. This one I'm going to cut off because it's dead. But leave that little tiny spot going to the trap because sometimes little plantlets form on that. I'm gonna try cutting off the traps of some of these. Starting to run out of room kind of on here. That's okay. I'm just gonna push them all in a bit, and then later on I'm gonna get a spray bottle and spray them just so they kind of sink in a little bit. Make sure there's good contact. I wouldn't put peat moss on top of them. I mean, I guess you could, but I just haven't done it that way. So I don't know what your success rate will be if you do that. That wasn't a good idea. Kinda just stuck. Alright. So we'll just do that, I guess. Push it down, let some water come up and get these. And I'm going to drill some holes in my lid here and just put the lid on, and that's it. So thank you for watching, guys. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And as always, stay outdoors, stay botanical, keep your hobbies, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.